Do it, stupid.
So dumb. So dumb.
It's movie time with the boys. Movie time with the boys. They mostly come at night. Mostly. Hey guys, welcome back to Movie Time with the Boys. We haven't watched new movies for a while, so we're just going to have a quick episode where we go over what we have seen recently. Movies, video games, TV shows. So bear with us until we get a chance to go see something we enjoy in the theaters. And for now, we're just going to fill the gaps with this. Hi John.
Hi, mate.
How have you been?
So, we last did this in September. It is now 2 days away from December.
So we missed my entirely favorite part of the year, which is Halloween, and I had big plans for Halloween, but then nothing. I don't know about you, but I've seen nothing in the theater that's like jumping out to me at all.
I don't think so.
The only thing that I was kind of curious about was Gladiator 2, but the reviews have been awful.
I controversially am not a big fan of Gladiator 1, as it's now called. Not just
Same.
Gladiator, but Gladiator 1. Oh, nice.
Same.
It's quite rare to find another person that doesn't really care for it.
It's in that same kind of group as like Braveheart and movies like that, like epic battle movies.
Okay.
And I just don't think you get better than Braveheart. I love it.
Mel Gibson is my favourite Scottish person.
So Steph recently was like trying to convince me that Gladiator was the best big battle movie, and I was like, "Have you seen Braveheart?" And she's like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, watch this." And then afterwards, she was just kind of quiet. I was like, "It's better, isn't it?" And she was like,
Amazing.
"It's great." The last movie that I went to see at the theater was Substance. After me and Steph saw it, we kind of had a discussion, and I decided, with you, I think as well, we decided that it wasn't really. The movie's great. I enjoyed it. It's not really a movie that me and you, as two white dudes, should really be reviewing. And I was trying to convince Steph to do an episode with M, maybe, but that kind of just never materialized because I don't think Steph really wanted to step in and do a whole episode. But it would have been cool. But in the meantime, I had Kev do as a blind review of it, so I do have that. So do you want to listen?
Amazing.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, just to note, I still haven't seen it. I know it's out on streaming and stuff now, but I haven't seen it yet. And I do completely understand from what I've read about it that it wouldn't have been good for me and you to talk about it.
Yeah.
To give our opinions on the female form.
Yeah, I was just going in as like horror thriller. This is going to be sick. And it's good, but there's a whole other undertone to it that we can't really discuss and we don't understand. So we understand it, but it's just difficult for us to discuss and have a valid opinion on it. Anyway, here's Kev's blind review. You haven't heard it yet, so here we go.
Hey, the boys. Thanks for the $20 for my last review. I was going to use it to buy a ticket to The Substance, but then I saw those Oreo-flavored Coke Zeros at the store, so I bought $20 of Oreo Coke Zeros and a quick review of those. I have diarrhea now. Anyway, I didn't see The Substance, aka Attack of the Killer Skincare Routine, aka Dr. Jekyll Rides Again, but I'm gonna take a swing at it because I need another $20 and you promised me another $20. So here we go. Wow, did someone say Oscar buzz? Because wow, what an unflinching look at the high-stakes world of commercialized beauty standards in Hollywood. I mean, Demi Moore gave an absolute masterclass in acting. Jeez. When she did her I'm looking in the mirror and I'm freaking out scene, yikes. You just don't see actors willing to go there anymore. Not since Leo DiCaprio slept in a bear. Highlight of the film for me. Hope she wins a Globe for it. Spoiler alert. My biggest gripe is that it was jarring for me to see Dennis Quaid go from his portrayal of Ronald Reagan in one movie to doing full frontal nudity in The Substance, especially at his advanced age. I mean, bold choice, but it didn't really serve the story, and it just took me out of it. It was like a sadder version of The Last Shot in Boogie Nights, which is tough because that's pretty sad. Ultimately, this movie had me asking important questions after seeing it, like what are the ethical ramifications of deregulating the healthcare industry in an image-obsessed world, and what would I do if the younger version of myself looked like Margaret Qualley and she tried to kill me, or even, am I the younger version of Dennis Quaid, and if so, why does he look better than me? I thought about these questions for a few minutes, and then had some more Oreo Coke Zero, which means I have to go to the bathroom again. Anyway, thanks for having me on, The Boys. I'm a The Boys fan for life.
Fucking Kev.
My one gripe with his review is that Leo DiCaprio slept in a horse, not a bear. Kev, come on.
Yeah, Kev, come on.
So I don't think we really need to go into the substance. Okay. We can just write that off as it was a good movie. Go see it. There's a big kind of message underneath it that women understand better than we do. So go see it and make up your own mind about it. So, John, what have you seen recently, movie-wise, that stood out to you, or didn't stand out to you, or you hated?
You asked me to make a list of the things that I've seen over the last 2 to 3 months, so I did, which was interesting going through my recently watched things. And movie-wise, hilariously, for end of September, still on that Alien theme that we were, I had never watched the Alien versus Predator films because I thought that they were always going to be trash. So I watched them, and they were trash.
Thanks for taking that bullet for us. I did not want to go there.
It was, you get that mood to see like the worst films. You know how I love the Fast and Furious films because they're so ridiculous. Like they're not good films. They're just fucking the dumbest movies. There's cars going out of space and jumping from buildings, and you can eat your popcorn and go, "That was dumb." Yeah, that's how I felt about the first Alien versus Predator, but it wasn't enjoyable. It was just dumb.
Does it take itself seriously, or?
Yes and no.
God.
Yeah. And then number 2, the first one is like, secluded in the Antarctic. There's an alien base or a predator base under the ground where they do a trial and they go unleash aliens, and then the predators go in and they kill it as part of their training or some other bullshit. Kind of sounds like an okay story. I think it's based on a comic, but I think it's an okay stupid story for a stupid action film. And then they tie it in with they try and tie it into the Alienverse with what's his name? It's not Bishop in Aliens. What's the android's name?
Data?
No, that's Star Trek.
Yeah, it is. But in Romulus, you mean? There's Ruck and there's Bishop.
In Aliens and Alien 3, I guess.
I don't remember.
Either way, the android from that...
Not Data.
It's not Data. Is in AVP playing Wayland Yutani. He plays the Mr. Wayland.
Right.
So like they tie that in with the whole... Because it's before Alien, and so presumably the android was based on Wayland Yutani. They try and play that into it, but clearly it isn't part of the canon.
What the fuck?
This guy just took a paycheck and loved it.
Yeah, that sounds like a mess.
And then the second one is a really bad teen slasher movie with aliens and predators.
That sounds sick, actually.
No,
I'm more likely to watch that.
It's real bad. Like the acting is terrible. The story is disgusting. Doesn't make sense. It's bad.
Cool.
So that was the Alien and Predator films. For no reason at all, started watching the older X-Men movies, like X, X2, X3, The Last Stand, and so on. And then she went on to the newer ones, which is still like 10 years ago or whatever. And I unfortunately came in to watch X-Men Apocalypse, which is so fucking bad. Story is trash. Oscar Isaac, who is one of my favorite actors ever, plays Apocalypse and just does nothing with it. Like they overlay his voice so it doesn't sound like him, and he's just weird blue purple guy, and it's so bad.
Weird. I've only ever seen X-Men 1 and 2. That's as far as I got into them.
You're good. Like the third one's crap, unless there's only watch the third one because Vinnie Jones plays Juggernaut, and he says, and I quote, I'm Juggernaut, bitch. And then one more film, more recent, was Woman of the Hour, starring and directed by Anna Kendrick.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah. Swish. So that enjoyed it.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, that serial killer guy was a right horrible. But
yeah, that game show part, like in the third act, I guess, is terrifying when he's like threatening the other contestant and shows him photos.
Yeah, and then he's just following her back from the date and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, it's terrifying.
Do you know she apparently she didn't feel right about taking any money for that film, so all the money she made from it she donated to to the victims' families.
That's great. Well, fair play to her, especially because she starred and directed it as well. So you assume that she had a big gut, but that's good.
Oh, I imagine she covered her costs, but then anything else just...
I imagine she's got a couple of quid in her pocket anyway. But
yeah. Good on her, though. That was good.
Yeah. That's all films from me over the last couple of months. What about yourself? You seen anything else of interest?
I have, actually. There's this movie on, I think it's on Prime. We watched it recently, me and Steph. It's called My Old Ass.
Gotcha. I've seen the adverts, right? Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza. Mm-hmm. I didn't expect to like it because her movies are very hit and miss for me.
Okay.
But we started watching it, and it's a very, like, coming of age. Do you know the concept of it?
Not entirely. I presume it's some kind of thing where she comes either back in time or something like that to meet her younger self.
It sounds dumb, and you're going to kind of judge it immediately, but it's a lot more complex than it sounds. So her younger self goes to this, it's like a little camping island up in Muskoka in Ontario. It's filmed there. It's beautiful, by the way.
Just up the road.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
2-3 hour drive.
And they go to this little island for her birthday, I think, and they get high on mushrooms. And then her future self, Aubrey Plaza, comes to like visit her and say, "Hey, I'm your future self." And then right before the end of the trip, they exchange phone numbers, and then back in the real world, they're texting each other. It's really weird. So they can communicate.
Okay.
And she's like, the future one's like, "Stay away from this person." She's like, "Well, why?" She's like, "I can't tell you." But either way, watch it. It's really heartfelt. It's really good. Soundtrack-wise, cinematography-wise, it's beautiful. So that would be my number one recommendation recently. Then Steph went away, and I watched a bunch of war stuff.
Did you rewatch Band of Brothers, Luke?
I did, yeah. We'll get to that in the TV section. But I also watched... have you seen Fury?
No, I have not. It's the Brad Pitt one, isn't it?
It's the Brad Pitt one. It's got Joe Bernthal.
Oh, John Bernthal.
John Bernthal, sorry.
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf and Michael Pena. It is up there with my favorite war films. It's so brutal. And the director, I think it's David Ayers, the director, and he's like, it's incredible. Like, the scenes in that, the battle scenes are crazy. I don't understand why they're using luminous colors for the bullets flying around. I don't know what they look like in real life, but it stands out because the bullets are like red and green, and it looked like Star Wars for a minute. Like, but other than that, the movie's incredible. John Bernthal is amazing in it. He always plays just a psycho, and he does it so well. Shia LaBeouf was incredible. Like, he just gets into his characters. Every performance was fantastic. That was great. Have you heard of a movie called The Sound of Metal?
Yes, is it Dev Patel in it?
No, racist. It's Riz Ahmed.
Shit.
Riz Ahmed plays the lead, and it's about a drummer in a two-piece metal band with this couple, and he starts to go deaf after a show, and then he eventually loses all his hearing and goes to like the pharmacy the next day, and the doctor's like, "You're done. Like, the hearing's done. It's not coming back." It's about his journey to... I don't want to spoil this movie for everyone, but he gets dropped up at it's like a deaf...
institute?
It's like a deaf institute, but it's in the middle of nowhere. It's in like the countryside. And it's just a really cool story of how he just learns to live with his new condition and his new life. He has to change his life completely. John, how about TV shows? What have you seen recently? Anything good?
Yes.
What have you seen recently that's good?
I got a couple of things. Let's go with the ones that I've actually fully completed-ish, maybe, unless there's an episode or two left. I know there's one that you haven't seen yet, because we've actually talked and played games and such. But The Penguin.
Penguin.
The Penguin.
Good enough.
I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic. Colin Farrell sounds ridiculous in it. It's so good. He's fantastic. And like it, you wouldn't be able to tell it's Colin Farrell due to the whole prosthetics things. If you've seen the Batman, you've seen what he looks like. It's a continuation of the last Batman film, the Robin Pattinson one. It picks up like a week later from the film, and it's just a kind of story of the growth of the Penguin, because like he's kind of a lackey for all the big wigs out there, and it's him kind of dipping his fingers in too many pies and trying to work his way up and take out some of the competition. And it's like people are just saying it's like Sopranos in Gotham or something like that. It's not quite, but it's fantastic. I think it's real good. I think if you actually watch it, you'll enjoy it.
Okay. Oh, I might give it a go. I'm fiercely against anything comic book these days because it's just so overdone. But I've heard a lot of people say it's great.
Did you watch that Batman movie?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
but I can do that as well.
It's good. It's a good one.
Have you seen Joker 2?
No,
I've heard it's not great.
Yeah, same.
Penguin. Okay, I'll give that a go. What else have you seen recently?
Chaos from Netflix, which is Jeff Goldblum plays Zeus, as in the Greek things. That was super enjoyable. It's a good retelling of the story of like kind of the downfall of Zeus type thing, but they've not picked her up for season 2, which is super annoying.
Yeah, I read that it got cancelled right away after season 1.
It was a great story, really well acted, like shot beautifully. Unfortunately, had a Bastille song in there, I think, or Imagine Dragons. I don't know. Those two bands are interchangeable for me. I don't like them. But otherwise, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was really enjoyable. Like me and Em went through it in 2 or 3 days because all the episodes came out. So it was like, yeah, this is great. Watched episodes back to back. Really enjoyed that. Upset that it isn't going to be a season 2 of it. Jeff Goldblum plays Jeff Goldblum as Zeus, so it's perfect.
He's incredible. Love the guy.
Yeah. So that was super good. And just sorry, one more I do want to add because I'm nearly through it and I do love it. Is season 2 of Shrinking. You seen any of those?
Oh, I've seen season 1. It's incredible. I was waiting for season 2. So
perfect. Season 2, I think there's 6 or 7 episodes out now, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. Big fan.
Yeah, Jason Segel is amazing, and Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah, Harrison Ford. He's fantastic as a grumpy old man in it.
Yeah, he plays. I feel like he's just playing himself there. It's great.
Yeah, easy money.
Okay, so the time of year I watch Band of Brothers annually around November, because I don't know why. Ever since I was a kid, I got the box set on DVD off my dad for Christmas once, and I spent the evening just smelling the box set. And then, it smells new. It's like nice. So I used to smell my box set and then watch it. And I don't know if you remember. Have you seen it?
Yeah, yeah. Loads.
Okay, so the episode, the Bastong episode, where it's like wintry and snowy.
Yeah.
I watched that on Christmas Eve when I lived with my dad years and years ago, and it just kind of like, it's just something I do every year now. Is just watch that series. Great. Never gets bad.
Fantastic series.
Yeah, I watched it a million times now. However, The Pacific, did you ever watch that? I
didn't get around to it. I heard good things, obviously not as good as Band of Brothers, but...
It's shit, mate.
It's shit.
I'll tell you why. Band of Brothers, they do it so well. They build up the characters, tell the story, and it's not like they don't kind of pull away to do separate storylines about the soldiers outside of the war. But The Pacific, it's very like Hollywood, and they do like little side stories where they go on leave and stuff and follow their romantic relationships. Okay. There's no, it just feels forced and it's corny and cheesy, and the only good thing about it is the intro song. It's a lovely intro song. I think the characters are so unlikable. There's one character who you're rooting for. I think it focuses on 4 characters. And here's the thing. I got to the end of it this time and I was like, I thought I hadn't seen it. And I was like, oh, I have seen this. I just forgot it because it's crap. So I got to the end and I was like, I've definitely seen this before. There's one guy you root for. Other than that, you hate all the characters.
Why did you go through The Pacific again then if you don't like it?
Because I couldn't remember if I'd seen it.
Okay, gotcha.
And I thought I hadn't seen it. I thought I'd given up halfway through. And then I was like, well, why did I give up halfway through? And then I realized I didn't. I watched it all. It was awful. First couple of episodes are good. It's just like battle after battle after battle. And they just force the action on you. And it's like, it's too much. Like the battle scenes in Band of Brothers is like few and far between. And it's really well done. This is just like, they've gone, well, that worked. Here's a million more battles. Enjoy. No depth to it. It's crap.
Have you seen, and is it a part of the same kind of ethos and such of Masters of the Air.
Same. It's like the trilogy, basically.
Okay,
I haven't seen it,
cool.
But I heard Masters of the Air is even worse than the Pacific. So
I've heard good things about that, but that was only from one person.
Who was it? Call him out.
It was somebody called Tina. He told me to watch it, and he
Fucking
said it was
Tina.
good. Okay.
Yeah, I've heard it's really bad. But
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe it's not. What else did I watch? I watched The Bear season 3.
I also watched The Bear season 3.
What do you think?
Not great.
I feel like they need to end it soon.
Season 1 and 2 were good. Season 3, I think they're like, we've won loads of Emmys. Let's make sure that we let's go artsy.
Yeah.
Let's go more artsy, and let's just have a whole episode of just nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt they've gone a bit up their own arse on this season. Not much happened.
I watched it and I enjoyed it, but there was no real development. The whole series was about getting a review. And you don't even see the review until the last episode. It's just clips of it.
It's a whole season and not a lot happens. It's a season of nothing.
Yeah. Not great. Okay, John. So have you been playing any good video games recently?
I mean, I'm always playing Apex, as you know, same that you're always playing Warzone.
Yep.
And then Em was kind enough to pick up Alan Wake 2 for me for my upcoming birthday. And I've done maybe like 2 to 3 hours on that. And I know yourself have as well. And we both have strong feelings about it because it's fantastic and I love it. And I'm scared to play more.
Yep. I feel like we're at pretty much the same spot in that game right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to play more this weekend, hopefully. As far as me, I've been playing Alan Wake 2 as well. Other than my usual Warzone shenanigans. It's great. I feel like there's just something missing from the first one, and I can't tell what it is, and it might be the fact I haven't played enough as Alan yet. Maybe that's it. The intro to the game was incredible. The first, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And it's great. I just want to keep playing it. So,
yeah.
Best game I've played in a long time.
Yeah, same. I'm looking forward to playing it, but I'm also shitting my pants because I don't play many or any survival horror games. Alan Wake 1 is like it's fine. It has a spooky edge to it, but it's not like survival horror like the Resident Evil games. This one is jump scares and terrifying in places.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. It's been myself and Luke going through what we've been doing over the last couple of months. Well, not what we've been doing, but what we've been watching, what we've been playing, what we've been enjoying or not over the last few months. Turns out we like and don't like things. Who knew? We will be doing more things in the future. Sorry for the delay in all of this. If you've got any suggestions, I'm going to bully Luke into making an Instagram post or other social medias. I don't know where on. Luke manages that. Thanks, Luke. He's going to put up something. If you've got suggestions, chuck them in. We'll watch it. Maybe. I don't know. See how it goes. But thank you again for listening. Thank you again for watching. Have a good day. Good evening. Good night. Good morning. I don't know. I love you. Goodbye.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.